What is good, everybody? This is Charles from Team COG. Coming at you guys here with a testing video with the new format, new ban list, and everything. My buddy here is rocking Runick Thunder Dragons, and I've been on the Vanquish Soul technique as of late. I really enjoy Vanquish Soul as a deck. Like, this deck's kind of like interesting. It's not like a huge combo deck, but like you have to be really smart with like your resources and timing your interruptions and stuff. And I do plan to brew like a deck profile and stuff. I just got to figure out. I'm missing a few spots in the extra deck that I don't know what to put in there, and I just need to sit down and figure it out. But we end up losing the good old dice roll here, and we're going to see Upstart Goblin into a Allure of Darkness, the Banishing. I think that's the Thunder Dragon Kaiju up there. So he's like, if you guys want to see a Runick Thunder Dragon deck profile, let me know. I actually was very much against this strategy, but then I realized like the deck is like honestly no different than like any of the other Runick strategies out there. The Runick's a complementing engine. You're pretty much making a one-sided droll and hoping that the opponent can, while you are drawing like a bunch of cards with the Runick Fountain and everything. So he tries to make Colossus there, but it's been a while since, you know, he's made Colossus. Like, hey, you have to activate a Thunder Dragon card from your hand before you can make it. And he's like, okay, so we go back, and he ends up making it correctly. Again, this glare, man, I cannot beat the glare at my locals, and it's just upsetting. There's nothing I can do. There's no place in the entire store that does not have it. But we're going to see Runick Fountain touchdown here. And he's going to go and activate the Runick Flashing Fire, I believe, which is just because he's going to use that to summon out Mugen. He's going to attempt Mugen, discard Tactics. And in my hand, I see like I have DD Crow, which I like DD Crow. I know some people are going to be like Shifter is the way, but like I like DD Crow because it's a little bit more flexible and it's like live later on, even after, versus like Shifter. But Shifter's in my side deck because like this deck can play under Shifter very well. And Shifter is a blowout card, but Colossus hurts. Colossus hurts. So we're going to Bell the Runick Fountain. I believe you can Bell Runick Fountain. As we were reading, I was like, I'm pretty sure you can Bell it because it's attempting to put cards from the graveyard back to the deck. So we end up belling it. He goes and activates a second Runick Fountain, and then he tries to see. He's very new to Runick, so he tries to. I was like, you don't. It's not on activation. You have to activate a Runick Quick Play in order to get to put back. And he ends up drawing into Tip. Then he activates Tip, and then Tip should give him the spell he needs. So then he activates, there we go, we're just helping him out here. So he activates the second Runick Fountain, activates Tip to search, and then he pretty much gets to grab any of the Runick spell or traps that he wants to, and then he can use that. Now he can use the Runick Fountain to put back 3 to the bottom of the deck and then draw 3 cards. So this is like the strategy, like it's kind of built around, I believe, is when he was conception of this strategy. He's supposed to put on a Colossus, and like pretty much a one-sided, you know, draw, as I said earlier, and then you're going to out-resource your opponent because they can't search red, but you can still draw. But we're going to see a Tribute Summon of Hawk, and we're going to see a Pitch of Hawk to summon back Roar. And then I don't know, did he make an IP? Yep. So Thunder Dragon Hawk's kind of a cool card because like when it gets sent to the graveyard, it allows him to like mulligan, I believe. Which is kind of wild. So you get to like really, with Hawk and with all like the Runick cards, you get to like perfectly craft your hand. But my hand's not looking good. I see Dust Devil, Crow, a Rise Heart, and I believe a Valius, you know, just a Rise Heart. So Dust Devil, Crow, Rise Heart, and maybe a Caesar. Caesar's hands down like my favorite Vanquish Soul, like 100%. Like that card, Caesar Valius, takes the cake for me. So yep, we draw for turn. We draw Raisin, but we can't add. Which isn't... No, we draw Fenrir. Never mind. So we special summon Fenrir. And Fenrir's an out to the Colossus if that's, like, all that he had. But conveniently, you know, he has IP and stuff like that. So that wouldn't... It wouldn't be exactly the out that we need. Because, like, Fenrir can crack into, like, you know, threaten a lot of things. But he's going to go ahead and use the Runick card here to attempt to special summon. But I tell him you have to special summon to the extra monster zone. So, guys, always remember, read your cards. Just read your cards. However, like I said, Colossus is still kind of like threatening here. And we're going to see I believe that's Runick Tip to go grab one of the other Runick cards, like a Flashing Fire, maybe? I can't remember really much of Eddie. I even played Runick Generator, so like I don't even have Flashing Fire, Freezing Curses, and stuff like that. I think he needs to get the one that either negates the Fenrir's effect, or he needs to get the one that will... end up destroying it. So he attempts to go into... I attempt to go battle phase, but he goes into IP, and I should have on resolution. I should have Finrid here. I don't think I should have. So I don't know. I don't think Finrid could have actually triggered there because they'd been going back to the deck. But yeah, like my opening hand was pretty garbage. But that's just how it goes, right? That's like how the game of Yu-Gi-Oh is. And that's something else that's interesting is Crow in this matchup is kind of good and bad. So it's good to hit the Runick spells to keep them from getting more draws, but it's also bad to hit the Thunder Dragons because then their effects will trigger. But we're going to get to go first now, and we're going to get to show them the whole Vanquish Soul strategy here. But we're going to go ahead and activate Stake Your Soul, revealing the DD Crow, which will allow us to grab Mad Love or Borger. But we're going to go straight for Mad Love. And Mad Love's going to get us a Speller Trap, which I think we go for the Dust Devil. I really like Dust Devil. I know some people are all about the Trap Snow Devil, but I've caught myself a lot more times going for, like, Dust Devil. Because it feels like the Snow Devil's just a win more. But we're going to normal summon Raisin. Raisin effect to go ahead and add Xiaolong. Now, if I know there's any combos for the entire Vanquish Soul, it's the fact that Raisin plus additional fire is like a full setup here. So we're going to link into the Rock of the Vanquisher, use Rock effect to add back, use Xiaolong to reveal 2 fires to go ahead and add any Vanquish Soul card. Xiaolong's like almost like it should have been the fire attribute that allows you to tag out from the hand, but they like knew that having 3 tag outs might be too strong, so they decided to like make Xiaolong like, here, you can like reveal, and as long as you reveal and it's in hand, you can special summon. So it's like kind of like they did it like that. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and grab the Borger here instead. And I believe we go Borger, bounce back, because we want to get that draw. And we go ahead and reveal the Dr. Madlove, draw a card. We set 1 card, and I believe we set another. So during the opponent's, my buddy Matt's here, draw phase, we're going to go ahead and go Borger effect to draw, and then we're going to chain Xiaolong to attempt to search, and he's going to chain Flashing Fire to destroy a set spell or trap. And I'm just checking to see how many that banishes. So he ends up hitting the Snow Devil, then we mill, or we banish 4, which is like a Bell, 2 Crow, and a Finner. So like we're still pretty good here to go ahead and search out the Pantera to get the Earth into the hand, and then we're going to go ahead and draw off of the Borger. Now, something else that's interesting is like the Rock can bring down Raisin into like any of the zones that he summons into, and then Raisin can grab me the Valley of Caesar, which then we can start doing what the deck does. And right now we have like tons of card in hand. We've been able to acquire like a lot of advantage here. And yeah, that's like what Raisin plus a fire in your hand already does. So like you use Raisin, search Xiaolong, and then you do this and you're able to get like a really good setup here. But we're going to see Runick Tip activate over there in the glare corner, banishing an Imperm. So like he's literally hit all non-engine, not a single Vanquish Soul name has been hit, which I'm happy about. So that's keeping everything alive so far. So the only thing is this is where like I told him as we was talking about this Runick Thunder Dragon stuff, is like this is the confliction I can see is like if you don't get like any access to draw, you're just playing Runick, and at this point you're playing probably the worst Runick deck when you could be playing like Runick Bestial, Runick Generator, or and stuff like that. And then arguably you're playing the worst Thunder Dragon variant too. But he's going to go ahead and attempt to target the Borger. I'm going to go ahead and chain Valley of Caesar to dodge. And this is like something, guys, like I'll like go into depth and like the deck profile and stuff like that if everyone wants to see like a Vanquish Soul deck profile. Is this is like my favorite like mechanic in the game is being able to tag out special from the hand. Like Cosmo was like so cool to me. Like being able to banish and then summon from the hand allowed you to dodge effects and stuff like that. Was really like cool. And the fact that Valley of Caesar is like probably one of my favorite artworks. It like reminds me of that dragon from Elden Ring. Like being able to like tag out and come down, and then Valley of Caesar, like right here, I'm chaining Valley of Caesar to the activation of Fountain to destroy 1 card in the field. So I'm going to destroy the Fountain. Something else that's interesting that you can do is you can Valley of Caesar and destroy your own card. So like if they try to like if you have Borger and stuff like that, and you've already gone through the tag outs, and they go, you have Borger effect to draw, they try to imperm Borger, you can chain Caesar to, if you have the attributes, of course, to destroy the Borger, so then Borger's draw resolves, or Borger's like burn will resolve, like if you're getting close to time. But we are now going to go into game number 3 here, and we're looking here at a handful of spells. We're going to see an activation of a Runick spell, which, God help the glare, I think it's Runick Tip. You see Runick Tip quite a bit. There it is, yep, so correct call there. We're going to grab the Runick Tip, and we're going to activate this one to special summon. He's going to special summon the Mugen to discard, and then he has like 2 other cards in hand. So he's going to go ahead and discard to go ahead and, but I'm going to activate Imperm here to answer the Mugen, but he does hard, but we catch this here, see he activates the Runick Fountain. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, bud, wait a minute. You have to activate a spell, it's not on activation. So I was like, put those 3 cards back to the top of the deck, and then put those 3 cards you put to the bottom, and then if you have a spell, you can activate it. And looking at his hand, he I believe he does have a spell. Like, he does. Like, I don't understand. Yeah, so he does. Oh, no, he doesn't have a spell he can activate because I don't have any monsters. Okay, so he ends up tributing stuff for Hawk here, so now he could have technically activated the spell to summon another one. So he actually missed out on a draw that he could have actually got a draw here. Unless he, like, knew that. He wanted to hold that as a disruption, maybe? But, yeah, I see the issue. He had Mugen. He had no monsters to negate, so, like, he couldn't activate the spell to draw. So, like, he just... But, like, now he could. But anyway, we're going to activate Pot of Prosperity, and we're going to banish 6. A Pot of Prosperity, in my opinion, is kind of wild. I think that this card is, like, too good. And I know, like, some Vanquish Soul players have been, like, moving away from it. But I feel like the deck 100% lives and breathes by Raisin. So you need to maximize on all the potential ways you can get there. And that's why I've thought about playing, like, a Revolution build, too, with the Vanquish Soul. But, like, I don't know. Like, Bell, you'd have to trade out, like, Bell for it. And Bell's just so high impact that I don't want to, like, risk it. But, like, the Revolution can, like, lead you into lines to get the Power Tool and, like, gets you into, like, the ability to make Black Rose Dragon, too, which can, like, nuke stuff without stake your soul and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's just going to be, like, you know, time will tell. I'll keep testing. Right now, my extra deck's kind of like, I have, like I said, 2 free cards on my extra deck that I just got to figure out what to put. And I truly think I'm going to end up putting Black Rose in my extra deck just because, like, you can stake your soul out something, normal summon a hand trap, and then nuke the board, and then normal summon Raisin. But we're going to go ahead and normal summon Raisin, search. We're going to go Raisin, bounce back, and then we're going to go ahead and chain Borger. He's going to chain that quick play. Actually, I was like, oh, wait, go back. See, like, read your cards, boys. Read your cards because I misplayed here. My normal summon Raisin. I can't go to the Borger line because I've already drawn. I activate Pot of Prosperity, so I can't draw the turn. So I got a normal summon, go into Rock, go ahead and attempt to use Rock effect. And what I do is, like, when misplays like this happen, I play like I don't know what the card they have in their hand. So I'm just, you know, probably the best play would be just to leave Raisin out there 100% because I have Borger and I have Valiant Caesar in hand. So, like, that would have been the best play knowing what I know. But like I said, I always play when mess-ups like this happen. I play as if I don't know what happened because that's how to get the most honest testing out of it. So, like, even here, he could have activated the Fountain. So, just, you know, noviceness with the deck and stuff like that. So, he's going to activate the Destruction one, which destroys my Rock, and then he's going to get to put back 3. And it's kind of funny because in a game prior to this, and I could be I have Crow in my hand, so I could be crowing these spells as well, but I'm choosing not to keep so I keep the Dark in my hand. But in a game prior to this, or after this, I believe that I opened 3 DD Crows, and I was like, my only namesake was he was getting ready to draw 3, and I ended up DD Crowing all 3 of his targets. But again, he's hitting me with another tip. Just the tip, though. And then, so this is, yeah, he's missed a draw quite a few times, which is, like, probably put him farther behind than me. But he's going to attempt to activate this one, which I believe destroys the spell and trap, which is just imperm. I mill 4, excuse me. That's crazy. And he activates another one. And if he could just get access to, I think that's what he's trying to go for. He's going to go Mugen Effect, discard, Mind Control to go ahead and grab the other, which I think he might have just overextended his resources here, but he's on to something with the kaijus. Like, he wants to, like, give, like, his idea is, like, he's going to kaiju, mind control the kaiju, and then he'll activate, like, Thunder Dragon Dark and then turn the kaiju into, like, Colossus. So, like, he's outed a monster and been able to make Colossus here. But yeah, he's pretty much he's now, like, without anything, which is kind of crazy. So that's like one of the, like, the things you've noticed, like, with new Runick players and stuff like that, is sometimes they, like, overextend and trying to get that draw, and they miscalculate the number of spells they have. So we're going to draw here for turn, and I believe I rip a Raisin. No, I rip Mad Love. Go ahead and activate Mad Love. Or normal summon, activate. And that's going to grab me. I don't think I have a target, actually. I think I actually, or maybe I do. Maybe I grab Snow Devil. Okay. There's one of these games, because we did a lot of testing the day that we did this, that I actually had no targets because he ended up hitting them off of all the Runick cards. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the Mad Love to reveal a Fire and a Earth, or a Dark and a Earth to go ahead and bounce back the monster with the lowest attack. Go ahead and go Borger here. Borger, reveal Mad Love to draw. So now we're on to it. We end up drawing, I think that was a Rise Heart. So now we have a Fire in our hand, but we're going to go ahead and Valiant Caesar, bounce back Borger, go Valiant Caesar effect to reveal. Oh, did I miscalculate? I don't think I have. I think I'm missing an attribute. I think I'm missing Earth. Valius was my Earth. So I was like, great, now we're just going to do Valius control, I guess. And we go ahead and smack into the Hawk, which means we can now set a card. Or do we dare leak off into Rock? No. Valius control, is that what we're doing? Because I think this is the correct play. We can Valius, we could technically go Borger into, we go Borger into Valius. Borger reveal a dark, draw a card. If we grip an Earth, then we can Valius into Borger. Yep, so we go here. And then he just scoops it up because there's nothing he can do here. We get with Borger being able to burn. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Charles from Team COG. And you guys have a wonderful day. I guess there's not really too much to say, but stay tuned for more videos. Signing out.